What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'll be touching on the Grand Mafia luxury cars, which is the newest update for the Grand Mafia, and I'm going to explain to you some of the mechanics of the luxury car and also how do you like level up your cars or even like start up your cars. So before we get into this video, how do you get luxury cars? Luxury cars are unlocked once the club combat phase is finished. I think kind of like before the city hall battle, that's where I think that it will happen, where the cars are unlocked. And how do you obtain these cars? So let's take a look at this. There's this like new area which is unlocked. Before that, you just can't click on this, and this like little building has been here all along, but now you're able to click and you can see that it's the luxury car club. So once you click on it, you will be able to see the cars here, those that you have unlocked and those that have not unlocked yet. So over in the luxury car club, there are two different tabs. The first one is the vehicle list, which shows a list of vehicles that you have and you don't have. And the second tab is parking space, where you can place cars that you have unlocked into this area. And what this area does is that, as you can see, there's quite a number of parking slots, and each parking slot is allocated a certain amount of percentage. And what this percentage means is that, for example, plus 100% means that whatever buffs that this car has, like in total maybe I have bruiser attack plus 0.34% and biker attack 0.32%, the total buffs I get would be the same as the buffs on my car. So the worst ones are those that is only plus 25%, which means that whichever car buffs you have, you can only obtain 25% of your total car buff. So this means that, strategically thinking, if you're not a crazy spender, I don't know, like spend thousands of dollars on this, by analyzing the amount of parking space you have and the best parking slots, which is like plus 100%, there's only 2 of them, means that you should only get 2 of these like legendary cars, or if you're not rich enough, 2 of these like elite cars, and make sure that they are leveled to a high level, and just give as much startups and modification to these cars. So there are a couple of ways for you to obtain cars. However, during this event, there is something called like Prestige Drive, where you obtain like these credits, like luxury car credit points, and also these like Vengeance Chase. So this is how you obtain the luxury car credit. This event will always come back and give you a certain amount of like luxury car experience points, rewards, and also the luxury car credit points. And once you get these luxury car credit points, you're able to exchange to whatever like car you wish to unlock. And also you need additional credit points to start up your car, as shown that I need like 700 more points for level 2 for one of my cars. Other ways that you can obtain these credit points is of course through buying packs. As you can see, this Supreme luxury car, about $20 for 3,500 points, which will get you to unlock 3 of those elite cars right off the bat. But I recommend you, if you got money to spend on this, obviously just unlock one super good like sports car that you'll get better buffs. As you can see, the highest level for this car is level 100. And the better the car, there are better buffs that you can obtain, because for like lower tier cars, you can see that its maximum level is level 80 and it's up to 4 stars. And also the amount of modification that you can have is only like 4 types, while if you got a legendary like grand car, you can have up to like 5 modification, and this modification can give you really quite a bit of buffs. As you can see, this under this modification level, the attribute summary, you're able to obtain up to like 2.6% crew attack, which isn't that much, but for those like troops attack, bruiser, biker, you can obtain up to 13% additional attack, which is pretty good, and also rate attack buffs. I totally recommend you to get the grand car if you can afford it. And also like there's the basic luxury car buffs, which grants you up to this amount of troops attack, and if you combine it, it can add up to quite a big sum, a huge sum. And what the luxury car also can do is that it can inflict damage on the enemy once the battle has started. So a better luxury car like this kind of like grand sports car can give you a higher skill damage multiplier as compared to a lower tier car, which is like times 2 much more weaker as compared to the grand ones. So this is essentially how the luxury car work, and how you level up your luxury car is through like obtaining these experience points, which you can obtain during events and also the underground market. They can level up the cars. How you can start up these cars is only when you reach the maximum level for each tier of the cars. For example, for this elite car, the first tier to have it start up to level 1 is at level 20, as over here like there's the uncommon grade. So over at each grade, I can see here from level 20 to 80 is where you reach the milestone to start up your car. So level 20 is star 1 up to level 80, which is star 4. And of course, legendary cars, looking back at them, the grand cars, if they go up to legacy, which is level 100, which means that they can start up to 5 times 5 stars, and each of these modules is unlocked once you reach a certain like star level. For example, like for this chip, star level 5, and of course the first one, tires, is unlocked at star level 1. Moving on to modification, why it is really very strong is, as you can see here, I've equipped a level 3 tire, and once these tires have reached a certain level, it can unlock additional buffs on top of this like modification buff. So this attribute summary isn't what you see in the grand scheme of things, the total buffs that you're able to get from this luxury car. And I can definitely see a lot of like rich players being able to obtain quite a bit of attack buffs from these cars, and in turn destroy normal players. So that is something that I can foresee that's happening in a few months time. And how you kind of like obtain these tires is through like buying packs again, and also events. You're able to obtain sort of like this kind of like equipment box. You're able to exchange a module, and also how you obtain this is through like buying packs as well. But of course you can also obtain it through the Vengeance Chase event. Alright, here we can see how do we obtain more modules is through like purchasing packs and daily tasks. I forgot to mention that daily tasks, the daily tasks, you are able to get the luxury car credit points, as well as the module selection box at the highest level of the achieving the daily task reward. And how you level up this modification is through fusing the modules that you have. So 2 of the level 1 combined will give you a level 2. However, there's also an area where you are able to gamble how you obtain your modification and how much you can like receive from this like leveling up your modification is through this overload fusion. And overload fusion, there's a few outcomes that you can get from fusing your modification. For example, let's take a look at the fusion rules. And basically you are able, the best case scenario is that you're able to, let's say you have 2 level 2 tires. When you fuse it together, you will have a +3 level increase, which brings it to a level 5. The second one is a +2 increase, which is to level 4. The third one is the standard way, which is if you fuse it through like the ordinary fusion, you are just able to +1 to your modification material, and that's the standard overload. And of course there are always mishaps that will happen, so you can fail your overload fusion and you're able to lose 1 level. And the second way that you're able to lose some value in your modules is that when you fuse 2 level 2 together, both of these level 2 becomes a level 1 module. 65% success rate for overload fusions as well. Yeah, and let's try some overload fusion and see what we get from these level 2 tires. The best case scenario we are able to receive is a level 5 tire, which is like a +3 increase. So there's a success rate of 65% and a failure rate of 35%. So let's see how we do if we succeed in this or if we fail in this. Let's go. Alright, we succeeded and we got one of the better outcome, which is the +2 to my tires. And this is a pretty good gamble, I would say, and I'm able to like upgrade my level 3 tires. Level 4. Oops. Assemble level 4 tires. Basically, this modification level is a combination of all the levels of whichever modules that is installed in the car, and the higher the modification, for example level 4 tires, I will have a level 4 buff for this. But if I got 2 level 4 on different like areas of the car, I'm able to get like up to 8 modification level. So it comes like stacks up your buffs for your troops. Yep, so over at the bottom here you can see what has been unlocked for each modification level. And so all in all, I think luxury cars can be a very huge impact. Not only that, but there's the new area where the investments are unlocked and you're able to get really quite a lot of buffs from the luxury cars. Similar to like super weapons, this will just get crazier. It's not just the luxury cars alone that buffs your entire army, but it's also the investment, which like gives you like additional 10% off the bat for this luxury Hitman 1 research. And also, if we were to look further, there's a luxury Hitman 2 research which will give you additional 15%, which if you add entire attack buffs together is 25% alone just from investment. If you send a luxury car, your Hitmans will be totally buffed up to an insane amount of attack, and this will totally destroy new players. So we have to be wary of this. Yes, and the second thing about this like luxury car investment center or investments is that it doesn't require any crypto coins. So players that has been accumulating many investment speed ups will be able to complete this very quickly. So I can foresee this a very big feature that has been pushed up to the Grand Mafia, and many intense battles will be coming up really soon. Another very strong thing about luxury cars, you're able to send luxury car to join a raid even though you're not the raider, and if everybody sends their own luxury cars in a raid, the luxury car alone can deal quite a bit of damage to your enemies. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video and gained some insights of how the luxury car works, and I'll see you guys again real soon.